Everyone moving from New York or New Jersey or Connecticut or Virginia who are moving from those places to Oviedo pretty much ask me the same line of questions. I go on these buyer consultations probably 2 to 3 times a week, just talking to people who are relocating to Oviedo. And it's so funny that pretty much all the questions boil down to like the same 6 or 7 questions. So if that is you and you're thinking about making a move from up north to Oviedo, I am going to go over those questions, just get it out of the way. I still would love if you reached out to me and we did a buyer consultation, because everyone's move is different. Everyone's family is different. Your wants and needs are obviously different, but a lot of you guys have the same questions. So I'm going to go over that in this video and just get those out of the way right here and now. My name is Christine. I'm with the Orlando Real Estate Chicks, and I help people buy and sell in Seminole County, Oviedo, Central Florida on a weekly basis, and I would love to be a real estate resource for you. If this video is helpful, please like and subscribe. That really helps me out, helps other people find my channel, and I really appreciate it. If you're thinking about making a move from up north to Oviedo, Florida, you are not alone. I work with so many buyers who are relocating, especially in the spring, I was going to say winter, spring, and summer months, but that really is it. Everyone comes with pretty similar questions. Some of them are about hurricanes, some of them about flood zones, some of them are about bugs. And yeah, we are going to talk about the alligator situation here in Central Florida because everyone always asks about that too. Let's start with flood zones because this is actually the first question that I typically get. And the short version is not all of Oviedo is in a flood zone. Actually, most of it is not. The newer subdivisions are built with drainage in mind. We call them retention ponds. So flood zones are very property specific, not city wide. So all of Florida is not in a flood zone. And again, these new developers, they've built the land high enough. These people are so smart. They built the land high enough so that the water flows into these retention ponds. And that way it does not get into your home. You can definitely avoid the flood zones. And this is what I tell my buyers. We check every property before we go in and see it. If it's in a flood zone, I'll let you know immediately. And flood insurance is not required unless you are in certain zones, even though I would still recommend it, but that's a whole other topic. It's pretty inexpensive. But if you are absolutely not, Christine, this is a huge worry of mine. And if you want peace of mind, we will focus your search on only the non-flood zone areas, of course. And hurricanes, let's just address the elephant in the room. So many people from up north. I mean, every little area of the United States has their own issues, you know what I mean? So hurricanes is just kind of ours. So you have to remember that the homes in Florida are built for this climate. The homes in Kansas, for example, a bunch of my family's in Kansas, their homes are built with basements. And that's where you go when you have a tornado, right? See, I don't even know. I would have these same questions if I was moving to a different part of the country. But long story short, these homes are built for these hurricanes. The concrete block construction, it's very common, especially on your first floor. We have impact windows and we have impact shutters that are options for your home. And the roof age matters a lot for insurance. We even have something called hurricane straps that are used to essentially tie down your roof, and that will save you on your home insurance. And I'll tell you right now, here's what matters more than just a hurricane fear: your insurance costs, your roof condition, the wind mitigation report. And most locals are not panicking every summer. We just prepare for it, and I will be helping you through that. Now let's talk about what everyone really wants to ask, and it is bugs. I'm not even kidding. I get this question all the time. I hear about bugs in Florida all the time. Yes, there are bugs. It is Florida. We do have bugs, but most homes do have a pest control. It's manageable. It's about $39 a month. The one that I have on my home and a few of my rental homes. It's not it's a daily horror movie where we're having all these bugs come in. And actually, this is kind of a funny story. So I moved from San Diego to Oviedo. I'm a Navy brat. We were stationed in San Diego, and one of the first days of living in Oviedo, I had a scorpion in my tennis shoe. And believe it or not, that was so long ago. I was 8 years old. I'm not even going to age myself and tell you how old I am, but that is the first and only time I had a scorpion in my shoe. So at first I was oh my gosh, are we going to have scorpions? I have never seen a scorpion. The bugs that you're going to worry about the most are the mosquitoes. And we do have some beetles and cockroaches, but we're not going to talk about that. One thing that's really going to help is having a screened enclosure. That way you can enjoy your patio space without having like mosquitoes or gnats near you. And those are very, very effective. So a lot of my people, whenever they're moving from, anywhere up north, they're like, what are these screens? What are these? They call them bird cages that are like over the pool. And yeah, you're going to want one. I'm telling you right now, they are ugly, but you are going to want one because now you're actually going to use your patio space and you're not going to worry about, coming out of the pool, you're a little bit damp, and then you have bugs and mosquitoes near you. And the last question about any sort of animals that I get on a weekly basis is about alligators. So no, you're not like dodging alligators on your way to Target or anything like that. They do pretty much stay in lakes and ponds. The one thing that we do tell people is you just always assume that there's an alligator in every body of water. I think that's just like the safest way to go about water and alligators in Florida. And I would not recommend going near the edge of any random water. And that does include like your pond, of course, lakes and rivers, that's a given. But even within like the new construction communities where they have built these retention ponds, you just don't know. So don't hang out near the edge of retention ponds. Don't let your pets hang out near the edge of retention ponds. A local mindset would be just respect wildlife. Don't mess with it. You'll really never have an issue. Now, most of my people who are moving to Oviedo are moving specifically for the school zone. So this is just the biggest reason. They want school zones, they want safety, and Seminole County is one of the top rated school districts in all of Central Florida. So you are safe pretty much anywhere in Seminole County. A lot of buyers specifically want to be zoned for Oviedo schools, but most relocation buyers don't use the school choice program. They buy directly in the school zone that they want. So that is an option for you. If you are maybe, finding out that Winter Springs is like a better fit for your lifestyle, you can check and see if the Oviedo schools have room for your kid, and then you can use the choices program and you will have to get your kid to and from the school that they want to go to. And then this is probably my second most asked question besides the alligators. So a lot of people, whenever you're researching, moving to Central Florida for the school zones, Oviedo pops up. But should you only look in Oviedo or should you be looking other places? So yes, you should be looking other places. You want to just check out absolutely everything. That way, whenever you purchase a home, you feel super confident that you turned over every stone and made sure it's the best fit for your family. So I have so many other videos on Winter Springs versus Winter Park, Oviedo versus Winter Park. What do I have videos on? Okay, I have a lot of videos on Oviedo versus other parts of town. So make sure that you dig into my other YouTube channels. But Winter Springs also has fantastic schools. It's part of the Seminole County school zones. Lake Mary is also a really, really good alternative that you can get a better bang for your buck there in Lake Mary while having the Seminole County schools and lots of private school options also. Places like Choliota and Geneva are actually going to be zoned for Oviedo schools if you want a more rural feel. And then of course there's other places that have fantastic school zones that are maybe in Orange County close by, like Winter Park and Maitland. So again, definitely reach out to me and let's get a consultation just based on you. I help people narrow this down based on your lifestyle and your family's lifestyle on a weekly basis. A few other questions that I can just kind of breeze through right now is yes, property taxes are lower, which is amazing. No, we do not have a state income tax, which is also incredible, but insurance can be higher depending on where you're coming from. And lastly, another question that I get asked a lot, especially from my New Jersey folks, is how does an HOA work? I have so many people ask me, how does an HOA work? It is just a monthly bill. And let's say you're buying a townhome, they will cover your roof, your exterior maintenance, your lawn maintenance. They typically don't cover your utilities. So that's the only extra bill that you have. So your water, electric, all that stuff, but you will be able to lock up your front door and walk out without a worry. Typically, if it has an HOA, it comes with a community mailbox, sometimes a gate, sometimes a pool, most of the times a playground. So you are actually getting a lot for what you pay. And the bigger the community, the less of a monthly payment because there's more people paying into it. The smaller of a community, the bigger your HOA is probably going to be. Sometimes these are paid monthly actually, and sometimes these are paid quarterly. So just depends on the community. If you're thinking about making a move to Oviedo or anywhere in Seminole County, you're looking for safety, you're looking for school zones, this is your spot. I'd love to help you figure out where you should be based on your lifestyle, your commute, your budget, budget, what you're looking for in your new Florida life. Most of my clients are relocating from out of state, so I can walk you through this step by step so you feel confident before you even get here. Reach out to me using this QR code and let's get started. Bye.